Now, when it comes to this group build hosted by Douglas Model Garage's video, the air-cooled group build is all about that engine. So this is the start of the show. I want to make sure it shines. I'm going to be using bare dark steel and it's VHT plastic paint, which is an aluminum color, for some of my parts. And as you can see, I got everything primed in my Rust-Oleum flat black primer. And it's time to get some holes in this engine block so I can wire it. I'm trying out a new product, Mr. Hobby, Mr. Cement Deluxe. And what I noticed about this liquid cement, that it's thicker than the regular cement. This is my transmission I just put together. And as you can see, I got my parts painted up. That's a matte black. That's that new aluminum that I'm using. And there's my dark steel. Got those headers in dark steel as well. And that chassis turned out beautiful. Get our block together. Now the boost for my spark plug wires is left over from a spark plugs kit I had. And I'm using this red 26 gauge wire that I got at Michael's. It's a little shiny. I bought a whole kit of it, different colors. They're kind of shiny as well, but I got a trick for that. I painted the wire matte red, and it turned out awesome. Looks exactly like spark plug wires. Get my boots on here. Pretty simple install. I wish I had made the holes just a little bit bigger so the boot can fit in there. I got one wire complete, 5 more to go. This is a flat 6. That's all 6 wires done. Now I got some more detail work to take care of my parts for the engine. And I'm starting with the fan here. Made it easy on myself. Brought out my old toothpick. And I must say, I absolutely love participating in group builds. This was genius of Douglas to come up with this. I had to do a lot of research on the air-cooled engine to make sure I was assembling it right. And make sure you go there and subscribe to Douglas. His channel is absolutely amazing. He's got some incredible builds. You will not be disappointed. Trust me. And I also would like to thank everyone for reaching out to me and requesting a shop card and wanting to exchange shop cards. I got a lot of new subscribers to the channel. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. As I told y'all before, the bigger this channel gets, the bigger the builds are going to get. And it's a clear example of that. I hope when I'm done with this build, it's absolutely phenomenal. Just install that transmission. Getting our firewall installed. I'm also going to be working on the suspension for this car. I got to do a little customization here to make sure I'm able to install my aftermarket rims. Easy install of this engine. And a lot of these parts are a snap tight fit. Probably don't even need any glue, but just in case, I put it on there. Taking care of some decals. You can't see them. I wish they would have made these decals in black. They say Porsche, by the way. I know you can't read that. And you'll see with this engine, these decals really bring this engine to life. Gives it a very realistic look. Perfect example, check out this decal on this belt right here. This is one of the most realistic belts I've ever installed on a motor. Get my axle together. Now, when it comes to this part of the assembly for the suspension, you're supposed to install your brakes as well. But remember, I'm using aftermarket rims and I'm going to use my own brakes. So I skipped over that part. So yes, I do have some brakes that are missing right here. That's on purpose. Getting our exhaust installed. Now I'm hitting everything with a little panel line accent here to give me some shadows. And this part is not supposed to be glued because these wheels do turn on the front. I'm not sure mine will be able to once I get the aftermarket rims, but in functionality, these rims are supposed to turn. That's looking pretty good. And my wheels are still turning. Outstanding. And the front suspension is complete. Now I'm going to be adding the rest of my parts to the engine compartment. Painting that silver. I believe this is the oil filter. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's the oil intake next to it. And that's the part I've been waiting on, the distributor. Now I can finally get this engine completely wired. I just like to use a quick thin strip of flat black paint here to emulate my spark plug wire holders. And I also like to use that flat black paint to create the rest of the boots that go on the distributor. Now I'm getting my air intake box ready. Doing a little touch up here. Let that dry. This part is supposed to be silver or aluminum. And some of my wires over here on the right side of the engine are hidden just a little bit, but if you look close enough, you can see them under there. 6 spark plug wires, and they look awesome, especially with that matte red paint on there. Add a couple decals to the exhaust. I like that weathered look. The suspension is perfect for aftermarket rims. Now I'm definitely happy with the way this build is turning out so far, but this air-cooled group build is about one thing and one thing only: that motor.